How to build your own consulting business, simply explained in 10 minutes. Hi, my name is Johannes. I'm an expert and career coach for careers in consulting, in finance, and in management. And with our coaching program, we have helped more than 100 clients already to take the next step in their careers. And of course, we also helped numerous people who worked as a freelancer, who built their own consulting business, but also who were in a leadership role and want to become partner to take the next steps towards their goal and actually to build a successful business. Before we jump into it, let me share my background. So I worked as a strategy consultant for around 6 years in a strategy consulting firm. After that, I moved out and worked as a freelancer and then built my own consulting and coaching business. And in the past 3 years, I have been able to earn multiple six figures every single year. And today in this video, I want to share my experiences of how to build a successful business and talk about the 5 steps that you need to make in order to really build your business. So first of all, for whom is this video? So this video is mainly for 3 types. So first of all, it's for all the freelancers and solo consultants out there who just wanna work as a solopreneur, as a freelancer, as a subcontractor. This is the first target group. The second target group is for those people who really want to build a business, who already maybe have a consulting team, who really want to build a firm and work in teams and build a company. And the third group are people who are working as a project manager or want to become partner or have some kind of business development role in their firm. So the principles I will explain, they apply to all of these 3 target groups. So let's directly start and let's talk about step number 1 that you need to make if you want to build your consulting business successfully. And step number 1, and this is the most important at the beginning, is that you create a compelling offer and that you find your positioning. And this means that you think about, hey, what kind of problem can I solve for my potential clients? And that is so important. And if you do that, if you do the exercise, if you think about, hey, where should I, or how should I position, what kind of problems I should solve, then I think there are 3 important things, that you should keep in mind, and that, you should ask yourself 3 important questions that maybe help you to answer the question where to position yourself. I think question number 1 is, in which area do you already have some expertise? Okay, most consultants who build their business, they already have some expertise. Maybe they worked at a previous firm as an employee. Maybe they studied something. Maybe they really learned a lot or read a lot about a certain topic. So the question is, where do you already have your expertise? This is really important because you don't want to start from zero. You want to start with something where you already have a background in. Okay. The second question is to ask yourself, okay, what topic am I really passionate about or interested in? Because look, if you want to build your business around a certain topic, then you need to work on a topic that you're really passionate about, where you have the motivation to work for a couple of years on it. That's really important. So this is the second question. And the third is, for which topics or for which topic is or do you see a positive market outlook? Okay, so where is growing, where is a high growing demand? What are trend topics? Where do you see a niche in which I see a positive business outlook and in which I can actually make money? So these are 3 leading questions that I would ask myself at the beginning, and based on that, you find your positioning. If you find a positioning, or if you define something, then it's really important that you work with some test clients before, because maybe you're sitting in your ivory tower and thinking about the greatest projects that you can do and crazy concepts and frameworks that you might implement, just to see that in the real world no one really has a demand for it. So it's important to take some time, think about, hey, what am I, or where are my strengths, what kind of topic do I want to focus on, but then really go out to the market as fast as possible and try to test the concept, and that's how you typically do it. Step number 2 is that you generate leads, and this is where most consultants have a problem. Okay, so you need, as quickly as possible, structure your lead funnel, and this means that you are looking for prospects. And there are several, lead sources that you can use. Like in consulting, the most popular one is the networking. So this means that you actively make networking a priority, that you try to go to events, that you try to, leverage your personal network, that you try, to reach out regularly to people and really create a network system, to build relationships in a certain industry. Second, just to mention a few, second popular lead generation funnel is that you make online marketing. So this means that you post something on social media, that you maybe build that you post a lot of LinkedIn. This is very popular. That you maybe have your own podcast, that you maybe even do your own YouTube channel. So social media for consultants nowadays is almost a must-have, and this is also a very valuable lead generation source, because if you provide the right content, then you will attract the right people. Another lead generation source that you have is that you, for example, do like a cold approach. So this means that you have a certain target group. So maybe you're targeting a certain type of businesses, and there are certain methods that you can use to approach them in a cold way. So this means just simple cold calling, or what we like to recommend always is, to send some kind of marketing material first and then follow up in a structured way. And there are more lead generation methods that you can use, but these are probably the most popular one. And this is really important, that you set this up in a structured way and that you really create a consistent lead generation funnel. Otherwise, you have no foundation of really building a business. Step number 3 is that you learn how to sell and how to structure your sales funnel. You see, typically there are 3 roles in the sales process. The first is, the opening, and this means that you generate the leads. Okay, this is like the first step, that you try to get some numbers, that you try to get some contacts, that you try to meet people that that you can put in your sales funnel. The second is, and this is really important, that you qualify them. So before you go in any kind of pitch and before you try to sell something, it's really important to qualify them first, to think about, hey, does the client or the prospect, do they have the problem that I can solve? Do they have the problem now? So is it really urgent for them? Do they have even a budget, in order to hire me as a consultant? And are they even considering, external support? These are very important questions that you need to ask and clarify before you put in all the work of, trying to convincing and, building pitch decks and investing a lot of resources. And then step number 3 in the sales process is the close. And this means that you do your pitch presentation, that you really answer all the questions, that you also if there's some resistance, that you really try to convince the client and convince them that you are the right partner for the project. Okay, so you need to learn how to do that. Sales, it's simple, but it's not easy, and it's really important to learn how to do that in a very structured way. And most consulting firms, what I see in the market, don't have a structured sales approach, and this is really, really important. And then step number 4 is that you master the fulfillment. So this means that you come up with concepts, with a way of doing fulfillment that first of all provides the right quality, but second, that is also kind of scalable. Okay, so if you're a freelancer, you want to leverage, or even if you build your business or if you work in a consulting firm, you want to leverage your time. So this means that you want to get more output with less input. That's how you really, create value. And that's also how you can, make more money as a freelancer, business owner, or as a partner. So think about, how can you structure your delivery? How can you structure a project in a way that you have some, scale, economies of scope or scale, for example. So this means maybe, you have a certain process, that you do over and over again. So if there is a market, if you have to develop a market strategy, for example, then maybe you can break it down to 5 simple steps where you use certain, tools like benchmarking, like analysis that you did, research reports, that you can standardize in some way, okay? And this ensures a certain quality because you think through the process up front and you think about, hey, what can I really do? What tools can I use? But also you can, make it more scalable because the materials that you create in terms of benchmarking, for example, or market studies, etc., you can use that over and over and over and over again. And if you take a look at the big companies, their big strength is, that they have a huge know-how management system where they've done and documented pretty well, all the projects that they did. And, this is also how they create some scalable products. And this is what you should focus on as well, that you create these scalable products to have a great fulfillment. Step number 5 This means that you learn how to lead, that you become a leader, and that you also, build up processes to grow your business. And leadership is really difficult. At the end, it means, that you achieve your goals, that you achieve the mission, and that you grow a team that really helps you to accomplish the mission. And this is also so important because if you are not a great leader, then, you will forever stay on the same level. Okay, so you need to have the right mindset, you need to have the right tools to grow your team, to hire people, to lead them, to inspire them and to get them to the best of their abilities. That's also really important. So these are the 5 steps. So first is offer and defining the offer and the positioning. Second, that you generate the leads. Third is that you learn how to sell. Fourth is that you have a good fulfillment and create scalable products. And the fifth is that you learn to become a leader, that you can scale scale your business. And these are the 5 steps that you need to do in order to build your business. And we have worked with several clients. We've went through these steps and really helped them, to attract new clients, to generate new revenue. And if you want to learn how to do that, then go to careerbootcamp.org. There we have the leadership track, so you can inform yourself about it and then apply for a initial career assessment where we talk about where you currently stand, what you can do, how what kind of tools we would apply in order to help you. So if you're interested, then please reach out to us. And with that being said, see you in the next video. Goodbye, Johannes.